angels, welcome back to another video. My name is Amira and I teach women how to use femininity and queen consciousness to level up in their lives. In today's video, I want to share with you 10 ways in which you can use feminine etiquette and mannerisms to become more feminine. And the first way I have for you is sitting. Now ladies, not every lady I have seen or woman I have seen sits in an elegant and feminine way. Okay, important tips for you to consider is, firstly, if you are wearing a dress or a skirt shorter than your knees, you should not be crossing your legs at your knees. Instead, sit up tall, posture strong, your core engaged, your shoulders back, your head up. Cross your legs at your ankles while slanting your legs off to the side, keeping your knees together. Okay, so it looks something like this, not like this. Okay, so making sure you are sitting correctly. The next thing is walking. If you don't know how to walk in heels, don't walk in heels, wear flats. Okay, it's better to walk gracefully in flat shoes than to be clumping around and tripping over your heels if you don't know how to walk in heels. Okay ladies, you can practice walking in your heels in your own home for now, but once you are comfortable, you can go out and walk in your heels. But if you are not comfortable and you are still clumping around and you look clumsy and you just don't look elegant and you don't look graceful, then don't wear heels. Okay, the next thing, etiquette and mannerism I want to share with you is politeness. Ladies, saying please, thank you, excuse me, sorry, those things don't go out of style. You should always be mindful of how polite you are. Okay, always say please, always say thank you, always say excuse me if you interrupt somebody. Okay, don't be rude, don't be uncultured. Okay, please, thank you, excuse me, I'm sorry. All of these things need to be spoken when the time calls for it. There's no need for you to be snobbish. If someone does something for you, you don't have to have an attitude about it. Say thank you. It doesn't matter who it is and what they've done for you. Say thank you. When you are requesting something, it doesn't matter how big or how small it is or who you are requesting it from, say please. Okay? The next feminine etiquette or mannerism I want to share with you is smiling. There's nothing more feminine than smiling. It makes you look friendly, approachable, kind. A smile really goes a long way. Now, I'm not saying you should smile like crazy and just smile at everybody in the streets and just walk around smiling everywhere. You're going to look a little bit crazy. So smiling when the time calls for it. If somebody looks at you, smile at them. Okay, you don't have to give them the resting face or just be, straight faced and kind of angry looking. No, just smile. Smiling also, it tells your brain that you are feeling happy, and your brain will release hormones that make you feel happy. So you will actually be happier. You will be a happier person if you smile more. It's science. Okay, the next thing I want to speak to you about is accepting a compliment. Now, I see this every day in my day-to-day life. When I compliment someone, they always give me a little feedback. So instead of just saying thank you, they will always have something more they want to add on. For example, if I say to somebody, wow, I really like what you are wearing. Oh, thank you, but I feel so fat in this. Yeah, that kind of makes me feel like I'm not going to give you a compliment again, Or if you tell somebody, oh, wow, your food, you made such lovely food, I really enjoyed it. And they'll be like, oh, I don't know, I don't think it's that nice, Ladies, we need to learn to accept a compliment. If somebody tells you something that requires you to say thank you, just smile and say thank you. Whether you believe the compliment is genuine or not, accept the compliment. The next thing I want to share with you is dining. There are hundreds of dining rules and etiquette. Okay, hundreds. I actually have a free ebook which you can download. I will link it in the description, which has a section on etiquette, and dining has quite a few rules listed under it. But I just want to mention under dining a few things really quickly. First thing, if you are dining with other people, even if you are dining alone, there's no need for you to have your cell phone with you. Be mindful when you are having your meal. Acknowledge the people around you. Perhaps have a conversation. You don't need to sit with your phone on the table. It's rude. Also, if your phone is ringing and if the phone is lighting up and you want to check notifications, don't do that. It's rude. The next thing is elbows on the table. Now, if you're not eating with your fingers, there's no need for you to have your elbows on the table. So always keep your arms to the side. And the next thing is scratching at yourself, pulling at your clothing, scratching your hair, picking at your face while you are at the table. That is something you should stop as well. So I'm just mentioning these 3 things, but like I said, there's a whole list in the ebook, which you can download in the description. The next feminine etiquette, or mannerism rather, I want to mention is allowing others to do things for you. Now, I know that, we were conditioned and society conditions us to be strong, independent women who don't need help from anyone. But let me tell you, women are receivers. It's what we do. Okay, so allow others to do things for you, even if it's something small. Allow them to do it for you if they offer. Okay, it just makes you feel special. It makes you feel like someone wants to do something for you. They want to take time out of their schedule, their life, to do something special for you, even if it's something small, like if you drop something and someone picks it up for you from the floor. Thank you. Isn't that nice? Somebody just picked something up off the floor for you. Even small things make you feel feminine. So allowing others to do things for you. The next thing which is important is dressing intentionally. Now, society tells us that as women, all we are is a sexual figure. We should just look sexy and act sexy, and that is how we are going to get through our lives. But that is not the case. If you follow my channel, you know that I encourage, or I share the message of queen consciousness. And a queen conscious woman is someone who dresses intentionally. So we don't need to be provocative. You don't need to be showing all of your body off. You don't need to be looking for validation from people because I look this way or I look that way. Your body is just your body. It's not who you are. So you need to be mindful of how you are dressing and pay attention to the occasion. What are you dressing for? And the intention behind it. What is the response you want to get from what you are wearing? Okay? You will be treated a certain way according to how you are dressed, and people will perceive you in a certain way. You are not going to find somebody who wants to be a CEO dressing like she is coming from the club. It just doesn't make sense. So you need to define your goals and you need to dress accordingly. The next thing I want to share with you is confidence. A feminine woman is a confident woman. Now, sometimes it's difficult. You don't always have confidence. You are not always in your most confident mindset. Sometimes you are not feeling your best. I have another video. I will link it up here in the cards. You can watch that when you are done with this one, about confidence, how you can cultivate more confidence in your life and be more confident. And lastly, a feminine etiquette which you have to know about is to talk less and listen more. Ladies, we are talking too much, okay? And I know it sounds ironic. I have a YouTube channel and I talk every single day. However, I'm talking about when you are in a conversation with someone, when you are in a group or having a conversation with one person, Be mindful of how much you are saying and what you are saying. You don't have to talk all the time. You don't have to talk about things that are personal and private to you. There are certain things that you should never share with anyone. And I stand by this. Finances, relationships, goals, dreams, aspirations, anything that you feel is personal to you, you don't need to talk about. You need to listen more. Listen to what they have to say. Engage in conversations around what they are telling you. Okay? People will learn to get to know you as the relationship naturally progresses to that place. Don't feel obliged to share your entire life story, to share everything about you to anyone. No one is entitled magically to just know everything about you. And it is up to you to keep your private life private and to have some type of feminine mystery to you. Okay, you don't have to be spilling everything, telling everyone everything about your life, what you've been through, what you are doing, what you are up to. It is nobody's business. Okay, so keep your private life private. Be mindful of what you say to who, and speak less, listen more. Okay, so those are the 10 tips I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a like. Also, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Turn on the bell so that you'll be notified when I upload new videos. And I will see you next time. Bye.